There is currently a very large war going on right in front of our eyes. And they would really both like me to join the side. I want to join a side. I just want everybody to leave me the fuck alone so I can live my life in peace. I just want everybody to stop being such assholes. One side would lock you up forever. The other side will kill you and your whole family. Which is worse, because technically I really feel like life in fucking prison would be the most awful thing anybody could ever do to you. They stopped doing the death penalty in most places, or it takes extremely long time to actually do it. And you know what? Yeah, it is really awful to kill a human being. It's really awful. At the same time, say you're one of the soldiers from Vietnam. I really disagreed with the way that they got treated when they got back. You want to know why that is? First off, they were following government orders. Once you sign that fucking paper, you decide that you are literally supposed to follow everything that is ever said to you from any commander there is, because otherwise they will lock you in a fucking box where nobody will ever see you again. That's the way it works there, in case anybody's blind to that. Second off, they got tiny little kids running at them strapped with a bomb. And they got 200 of their buddies that they've been living in this crazy place with night and day. This is their family. Are they going to let this little kid with a bomb come over here and blow up itself and their family? Or are they going to shoot this kid? They're going to shoot the kid. And every single one of you would too, if you were put in that situation. 99.9% would. And yeah, they would fucking hate themselves afterwards, and they'd suffer from a lot of PTSD, a lot of trauma, a lot of regret, guilt, remorse, eating them, making them hate themselves. And then they come back here where everybody else makes them hate themselves. And I will say, yes, I've said it before. Being in the military is basically a legal serial killer. That's what you can be. You get to be a serial killer. Completely legal. The ones that are weak or pussies or whatever else they want to call them, for not being able to handle what they did and having PTSD from it, those are probably the ones that have a bit more of a conscience. I actually had one at one point tell me that, yeah, it really is a very mind-controlled type of place. A lot of people that are literally reading people's minds. There are people who do that are around us every day. One of them at the bar the other night, he's like, yeah, you can't even think. That's exactly what it is. You can't even think. No, you can't, because they can see it. Although you can get better at protecting that. But that also means you need a bit more time to yourself, because gotta worry about what you're thinking. Crazy to think that stuff, but to some people, but it really does exist. Personally, I feel like everybody needs to stop hating everybody and needs to start realizing that we all have something special to offer to this world, every one of us. And start working together to create a better world. And some people may say, oh, that could never happen. We are one. Quite literally. Lizard brain keeps running through my mind. We all have a bit of it. When you think about it, it's kind of like the bumblebees and how they know where to go to get the best nectar resources. 4:44 was just on the clock too. They know exactly where to go to get the best resources. Why is that? It's because of their ancestors. It's because of those who went before them. and those who went before them and before them and before them. They found those spots. And if those spots get depleted or those spots dry up, they will go find a new spot. And then the ones that are born after them will know the new spots. And they will also know what could cause the old spot to dry up. So because they know what could cause the old spot to dry up, they know what to look out for just before it happens so that they can sidestep it. And we all have that left over from the people that came behind us. The ability to be able to see and know what's coming before it gets here. Oh, whoa, wait a second. Is that claircognizance right there? That knowing that you just don't know why you know it, but you do know it? That's claircognizance. Especially if you've been told a lot of stories by those people who came before you. My mom used to tell us a lot of stories about a lot of different things. She definitely shared her childhood with us in a lot of ways. And because I heard those stories growing up, I learned a lot. I also heard a lot of other people's stories from 14 on. And every story I heard, I learned more. And then I went and researched more, which helped me to learn even more about every situation that I came across. When you love something and you really love that something, you get very passionate about it, very motivated about it, very drawn towards it. Sometimes school can get in the way of that. I will definitely say that. It really can. Because everybody being forced to learn everything, the ones that are going to be really excelling in certain areas that have autism, some people might even call it autism, but high functioning, you know. Who knows if that's what it is. But I will say this much, Einstein dropped out of school very young because he had other shit that he felt like was more important that he wanted to work on. Now, kids can be arrested for it, and their parents can be fined for it, and all kinds of other shit. Which is crazy. Art and psychology and children have been my biggest passions and drives in this fucking planet. Fucking love kids, love animals, love art, love psychology, and those are the things that I find to be extremely important to me. Even when I wasn't doing things like school, I was doing things like those. So I spent a lot of time researching, but I wanted to research the things that I wanted to know about, the things that I wanted to add to my brain, the things I wanted to take up room and space inside myself. And everybody should be able to choose what things are important to them. Oh, this is my brand new heater I was talking about in the last video too. And I have a tiny little bottle of propane that I got that was like half full, that was still in here from a long time ago. So that's what I got for tonight, and then I got to get it refilled again tomorrow. Got to find a way to get it down there and get it refilled. So, remember, when you come across people who have gifts that are a bit different than yours, everyone has different gifts. When they see them as gifts, they become so much better than when they see them as curses. When they see them as curses, they're used as curses. And a lot of people will do a lot of things when they're trying to survive. So you got to remember that too. That's why it's so important to spread that message of faith instead of doing things just to survive. Allowing yourself to surrender and to believe that even if it's not everything that you want, you will have the things that you need at the end of the day. And in the long run, being able to live with the things that you need and having that at that current moment in time is going to help you to be able to succeed at much greater things in your life. whether you're going to school to do those greater things or whether you're doing those greater things on your own because you work better on your own. And sometimes that is the case. It is a good thing to be able to learn how to work in groups in some sort of way, of course. But at the same time, some of the things that you're going to be doing are going to be alone. And it's good to be able to know how to do that too. And to be able to do that without feeling like you have to cling to everything that comes along. So, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about tonight. And I will see you guys later.